Greetings, fellow YouTubers. Lindsay here, and Evan going out on a drive. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon in our world. We're on West 8th, and we're headed kind of towards downtown-ish. Probably gonna record a series of videos driving today, so probably at least 2 or 3 that you'll see over the coming weeks. We were down and over the Rhine earlier, and I've got to go back, and I just realized I've never really done a video down there. So yeah, I mean, except for the time I went to Findlay Market, like 3 years ago, me and Jana went down there, and I did a video. But, as always, the sky looks significantly more epic in the video than it does in real life. I don't know how the camera does that. It must be the wide angle shot and just the camera itself. I'm using my S10 Plus. I'm sorry, I'm using my Note 10 Plus to record this. I get asked that a lot. People ask what type of camera I use, and since I bought my Note 10 Plus several months ago, I'm not gonna lie, I've been using it primarily to record things because it has such a good camera. It's very much like the expensive camcorder that I bought a few years ago. My camcorder, I don't know the exact number or type. It's a Panasonic, and it's one of the V series Panasonic camcorders, VC. I think it's a 770. Whoa, I just pulled that out of the air, didn't I? Turning on to Elberon now. And I've always thought there's a lot of interesting houses on Elberon. Like this one up here, I'm not sure it'll catch it in the shot. This one right here on the corner there, I think it's a school now. Very Victorian looking. And of course, there's a lot of old houses down here on Elberon. Ooh, I guess we're just going to keep going on that. Pay no attention to that yellow light back there. Especially the houses on this side. Very old houses, very cool looking. And then up here comes the entryway to Mount Echo Park, and there's steps right there, but across from those steps is another set of steps. Whoa, very loud car. That goes up into the neighborhood, one of those hillside steps. I have referenced them before, I think, in my historic Price Hill video. I think I show them. And if I'm not mistaken, I was using my old camcorder. It was a VC 100 something series, and the battery went dead. So one thing I don't like about the Panasonic cameras is the batteries don't last. Like after just a couple of years, they start losing their charge, and you have to buy replacements. So here is, we're turning on, we're still on Elberon, but right here is the corner of Elberon and was that Mount Hope? Anyway, that goes up into the Incline District here in Price Hill. Now we are going to get on the viaduct here, and we're gonna shoot over to downtown. Those of you that haven't been in Cincinnati in a while, back when we first moved here, I want to say 2014, they were redoing all this right here. And one of these days, I'm gonna go explore this Lower Price Hill. I'll do a driving video on Lower Price Hill. But this whole area down here might look a little different if you haven't been to Cincinnati in many years. They were just rebuilding the viaduct here when we moved here. So yeah. Something I've always wondered about, those of you who are railroad fanatics, I guess some of these railroads have been here forever, like this one we're going under right now. But you can see out over here, there's a series of empty piers, pilings, that I guess there used to be railroad on. What's up with that? I'm gonna go explore this area one day, probably on foot, those railroad pilings, those old piers. Yeah, because that's interesting. But there are a lot of really old buildings that date back to probably the 1950s and beyond, from when they were revamping, shall we say, what we now call the well, it's just kind of the west end of downtown. It's lots of industrial now. Hadn't always been that way. It's been kind of in the news lately if you've been watching Facebook posts. I did have a video on that on my YouTube site. It's not there anymore. I'm going to redo a bunch of those videos about the Lower West Side and all that stuff. I'm going to redo those. So if you're looking for that stuff, it's not there. And so here we are at West 8th and Freeman. And there's a few things here at this intersection. If I get my phone off, I think the police museum is there. Or it's maybe it's a fireman. Anyway, firefighter museum is there. I've been there. I've never filmed it. And then over here, I'm just in with a big group of cars, and nobody wants to see cars. And there's Evan. Ta-da-da. Hey, great sneeze! I caught it on camera.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't edit these videos either.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Please edit.
Your sneeze is going to be world famous. All right, guys, and on that note, I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Keep fighting a good fight, and I will see you in the next video.